Your soulmate is trying to tell you something important. Please don't ignore this. My beloved child. Don't skip, because there are moments that arrive only once, and this feels like one of them. Something has been trying to reach your heart for longer than you realize. Not through loud words. Not through impossible signs. But through quiet feelings that refuse to disappear no matter how hard you try to ignore them. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Imagine standing in a crowded place where everyone is speaking, yet somehow one silent voice keeps calling your name. You cannot see who it belongs to, but you know it is meant for you. That is where this story begins. Somewhere, someone carries words that have become too heavy to keep inside. They replay the same conversation over and over, wondering if today will finally become the day everything changes. Every hour that passes makes those unspoken words even louder. They are no longer running from the truth, they are running toward it. But before they can take that final step, something unexpected happens. A moment appears that neither of you planned, and it changes the meaning of everything. Don't skip, because the next few moments could reveal why this message found you today instead of yesterday. There is a strange feeling when two lives keep moving in different directions while an invisible thread quietly refuses to break. Have you ever noticed how certain memories appear without warning? A familiar smile. A forgotten promise. A random song that suddenly feels personal. These moments may seem ordinary, but together they begin telling a story that no one else can hear. Somewhere, your soulmate is carrying a question they can no longer hide. They keep asking themselves whether silence is protecting them, or destroying the chance they have been waiting for. Every time they decide to walk away, something reminds them of you again. A place. A dream. A tiny coincidence that feels impossible to explain. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The message they are trying to send is not about perfection. It is not about pretending nothing ever happened. It is about finally choosing honesty over fear. Yet just when they gather enough courage, another unexpected twist appears. Someone says something. A door closes. A chance almost slips away. And suddenly the message becomes more urgent than ever before. Don't skip, because what happens next is the reason this story could not wait any longer. Now imagine this final scene. The night grows quieter, but one heart refuses to rest. Instead of sleeping peacefully, your soulmate keeps thinking about the same unfinished sentence. They wonder what would happen if those hidden words were finally spoken. Would everything fall apart, or finally fall into place? That question follows them everywhere until it becomes impossible to ignore. Deep inside, they understand that some connections are not forgotten simply because time passes. Some people leave fingerprints on the heart that never disappear. And that realization changes everything. For the first time in a long while, they stop asking whether the feeling is real and begin asking whether they have already waited too long. That is the moment the message becomes impossible to hold back. It is closer than it has ever been, yet one final obstacle still stands in the way. Something unexpected is about to happen before those words reach you, and when it does, the meaning behind every strange coincidence, every unanswered question, and every silent feeling will begin to make sense. Don't skip, because this is only the beginning, and the next moment could reveal the one truth your soulmate has been trying to tell you all along. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you. A new feeling begins to rise, and it is impossible to ignore. Your soulmate has reached a point where silence no longer feels safe. Every day they convince themselves to wait one more hour, one more sunrise, one more perfect moment, yet that perfect moment never arrives. Instead, the thoughts become stronger. The memories become clearer. The distance becomes heavier. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They have started noticing details they once overlooked. A familiar place suddenly reminds them of your presence. A simple conversation unexpectedly brings your name into their mind. Even the quietest evenings seem to whisper unfinished chapters that only the two of you could understand. They keep wondering why every attempt to move forward somehow circles back to the same destination, you. What they are trying to tell you is no longer a small feeling hidden deep inside. It has grown into something that follows them everywhere. They are beginning to realize that some opportunities disappear forever if they are ignored for too long, and that realization has shaken them more than they ever expected. Yet just when they prepare themselves to finally speak, an unexpected interruption appears. A misunderstanding. A delay. A moment that makes them question whether fate is testing their courage one final time. But instead of giving up, something inside them becomes even stronger. They quietly promise themselves that this story cannot end in silence. Stay till the end, because what happens next changes the direction of everything. At the same time, something remarkable begins unfolding behind the scenes. While you continue living your ordinary days, your soulmate is replaying countless moments that suddenly carry new meaning. They remember words they once ignored. They remember small gestures they never appreciated enough. They remember a feeling that refused to disappear no matter how much time passed. Those memories are no longer random, they are becoming pieces of a much larger picture. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, they stop asking whether they should reach out and begin asking how they can explain everything without losing the chance forever. Their heart tells them that honesty is the only path left, even if it feels terrifying. They imagine the conversation again and again, hoping they will finally find the perfect words, yet every version ends the same way, with one sentence they cannot stop thinking about. It is the sentence that has been trapped inside them for far too long. Every passing moment makes it louder, clearer, and impossible to hide. Then another surprising event happens. Someone unknowingly reminds them that life never waits forever. That simple reminder becomes the final push they never expected. Suddenly, hesitation starts fading, and determination quietly takes its place. The message they have been protecting is closer than ever before, but before it reaches you, one final discovery forces them to see the entire connection in a completely different light. Now everything begins moving toward a moment that neither of you can fully predict. Your soulmate realizes that the greatest mistake would not be speaking too soon, it would be saying nothing at all. That understanding changes the way they see every memory, every coincidence, and every unanswered question. They no longer believe those moments happened by accident. Instead, they begin seeing them as gentle reminders leading them toward a decision they can no longer escape. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They quietly prepare themselves for the conversation that has lived inside their heart for so long, but just before they take that final step, something astonishing happens. A new sign appears when they least expect it, stopping them in their tracks and making them realize there is one truth they have not fully understood yet. It is a truth so powerful that once it is revealed, nothing between you will ever feel the same again. They freeze for a moment, wondering whether this unexpected revelation is the answer they have been searching for all along, or the beginning of an even greater mystery. One thing is certain: the message they are trying to tell you has become too important to remain hidden any longer, and the next chapter begins at the exact moment they finally gather the courage to reveal what has been locked inside their heart from the very beginning. A quiet shift has already begun, even if neither of you can fully see it yet. Your soulmate wakes up with the same thought that followed them to sleep, and this time it refuses to fade away. It is no longer just a memory or a passing emotion, it has become a decision growing stronger with every heartbeat. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They realize they have spent far too much time hoping that life would somehow arrange the perfect moment for them, but now they understand that the perfect moment is created by courage, not by waiting. Every excuse they once believed suddenly feels empty. Every fear that kept them silent begins losing its power. They start imagining what life could look like if the truth were finally spoken without hesitation. For the first time in a long while, they stop running from their emotions and begin walking directly toward them. Yet the closer they come to that life-changing conversation, the more intense everything becomes. Strange coincidences begin appearing one after another, almost as if every path is quietly guiding them toward the same destination. A familiar voice reminds them of an old promise. An unexpected encounter brings back emotions they thought had disappeared forever. Even the smallest details begin carrying a meaning they cannot ignore. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Just when they believe they are finally ready, they uncover one hidden truth that changes the way they understand everything that has happened between you. It is a realization so unexpected that it leaves them completely speechless. That discovery forces your soulmate to look at the past with completely different eyes. They begin connecting moments that once seemed unrelated, and suddenly every unanswered question starts fitting together like pieces of a puzzle that had been scattered for far too long. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They finally understand that the strongest connections are often the quietest ones, the ones that continue growing even during long periods of silence. Instead of feeling regret, they begin feeling hope, because they realize the story was never truly over, it was simply waiting for the right chapter to begin. Their heart becomes lighter, yet the responsibility becomes greater. They know they cannot hide behind uncertainty anymore. They rehearse the words they have wanted to say countless times, but every attempt feels too small for what they truly feel inside. They want you to understand not only what they have been thinking, but why they waited so long. They want every silence to finally make sense. Then something unexpected interrupts their plan once again. A single conversation with someone close to them opens their eyes to a possibility they had never considered before. That one moment fills them with both excitement and nervousness because it reveals that the opportunity they feared losing may still be waiting. Suddenly, everything begins moving faster than either of you could have imagined, and the message they have been protecting starts feeling closer than ever before. Now the distance between silence and truth is smaller than it has ever been. Your soulmate stands at a crossroads where every choice carries enormous meaning. One path leads back to another season of unanswered questions, while the other leads toward honesty, no matter how uncertain it may feel. They know which path their heart wants, but taking that first step still requires a level of courage they have never needed before. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. As they gather their strength, an unexpected moment unfolds that they never saw coming. They hear something that instantly reminds them why they could never truly let you go. In that instant, every wall they built around their emotions begins to crumble. The doubts that once controlled them lose their grip, replaced by a quiet certainty that refuses to disappear. They finally accept that some words cannot remain hidden forever because they eventually become too powerful to contain. Yet just as they prepare to let those words escape, one final surprise appears, something so unexpected that it forces them to pause for one last time before everything changes. That surprise holds the missing piece of the story, the piece that could explain why this connection has continued to grow stronger despite every delay, every misunderstanding, and every unanswered moment. Stay till the end, because what your soulmate is about to realize next will determine whether this long-awaited message finally reaches you or remains the greatest secret they have ever carried. Everything becomes impossible to ignore now. Your soulmate has reached the moment they once believed would never come. The questions that kept them awake night after night are slowly being replaced with answers they never expected to find. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They no longer wonder whether this connection matters, they know it does. Every memory has returned with incredible clarity. Every laugh, every silence, every unfinished conversation suddenly carries a meaning that was hidden before. They realize they were searching for certainty in all the wrong places while the answer had been quietly living inside their own heart the entire time. The feeling becomes so overwhelming that they stop trying to push it away. Instead, they finally accept it. They understand that some people enter your life for a reason so deep that even time cannot erase it. As this realization grows stronger, they begin preparing for a moment they have imagined countless times. But just before they take that step, one unexpected event completely changes the atmosphere. Someone unknowingly says something that reminds them how precious lost opportunities can become. Those simple words strike deeper than they expected, making them realize they cannot afford another day of silence. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What happens next is the beginning of a decision that will shape everything from this point forward. For the first time in a very long while, your soulmate stops listening to fear and starts listening to hope. That single choice changes everything. They begin seeing signs of courage in places they never noticed before. Ordinary moments suddenly feel extraordinary. Small coincidences begin lining up so perfectly that they cannot dismiss them anymore. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They quietly replay the message they have been trying to tell you, refining every word because they want nothing to be misunderstood. They do not want this to become another unfinished chapter. They want it to become the beginning of something honest, something real, something that no longer hides behind uncertainty. Yet even now, their heart races with nervous anticipation. They know that speaking the truth requires vulnerability, and vulnerability has always frightened them. But this time, something is different. Instead of letting fear win, they choose to believe that genuine feelings deserve genuine words. The closer they come to revealing everything, the more peaceful they become, as if a weight they have carried for so long is finally beginning to disappear. And then, one final realization quietly enters their heart. They suddenly understand that this message was never only about explaining the past. It is about opening the door to a future they almost convinced themselves could never exist. Now the final barrier stands directly in front of them, thinner than ever before. Your soulmate takes one deep breath, knowing there will never be another moment quite like this one. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They understand that life changes not because of extraordinary miracles, but because of one brave decision made at exactly the right time. Every unanswered question, every strange coincidence, every unforgettable memory has been leading toward this single turning point. They are no longer waiting for perfect circumstances because they finally realize that perfect circumstances rarely arrive. Courage must arrive first. As they prepare to let the truth leave their heart at last, another unexpected detail appears, one small piece of the story that neither of you could have predicted. It does not stop them. Instead, it confirms that this journey has been unfolding exactly as it needed to. Their heartbeat grows steadier. Their doubts become quieter. Their hope becomes stronger than ever before. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The words your soulmate has protected for so long are now closer than they have ever been, and the next chapter begins at the exact moment those hidden feelings finally transform into a message that can no longer remain unspoken. Everything has been leading to this moment, even the delays that once felt impossible to understand. Your soulmate is no longer asking whether they should reveal what has been hidden inside their heart. Now they are asking only one question: how can they make sure you truly understand every word they have been carrying for so long? Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The silence that once protected them has become heavier than the truth itself. Every sunrise reminds them that another opportunity has passed, and every quiet evening whispers the same message: waiting forever is no longer an option. They begin noticing that every path they choose somehow leads back to thoughts of you. They cannot escape the memories because the memories are no longer trying to keep them in the past, they are guiding them toward a future they almost walked away from. The more they accept this, the stronger they become. Fear slowly loses its voice while hope grows louder with every passing day. They finally understand that the heart speaks in ways the mind can never fully explain. And just when they believe they are completely ready, one final unexpected moment stops them in their tracks. It is not a setback. It is a reminder that the most meaningful conversations often arrive only after every doubt has been faced. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you, and what happens next is far greater than either of you expected. As those hidden emotions continue growing, your soulmate begins seeing your connection through completely different eyes. They realize that every unanswered question, every coincidence, and every unexpected reminder has quietly prepared them for this exact chapter. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They stop blaming time for the distance and start appreciating everything the journey has taught them. They recognize that patience has changed them into someone who finally understands the value of honesty. No longer do they wish for perfect words. They simply wish for truthful ones. They imagine looking into your eyes without hiding behind uncertainty, without pretending everything is fine when their heart has been searching for this moment all along. That vision fills them with a courage they have never felt before. It is no longer about correcting old mistakes, it is about refusing to create new ones through silence. Then another surprising realization arrives. They understand that the message they have been trying to tell you is not only meant to answer old questions. It is meant to open a completely new chapter, one built on trust instead of hesitation. That realization changes everything.